So, what is the best test for blood sugar? How do we test for insulin resistance? Hi, I'm Dr.RAYLEE and I welcome you to my channel. I'm going to show you the best test for insulin resistance and blood sugar. And insulin resistance is the situation where your body or your cells are protecting themselves against high levels of insulin. They sort of develop this defensive system against insulin because basically of high carbs. Now, insulin resistance is the underlying cause of high blood sugar or type 2 diabetes and so many other diseases like cancers, hypertension, gout, strokes, heart attacks, kidney stones, fatty liver, and the list goes on and on and on. And in my opinion, I think testing for insulin resistance is the best indicator for blood sugar, way better than fasting blood sugar and A1C. And I'm going to explain why. There is another test you can also check for insulin resistance, and I'm going to tell you as we go on. And the name of this best test for insulin resistance is called HOMAR-IR. That is Homeostatic Model Assessment of Insulin Resistance. Let me break it down for you. Homeostatic comes from the word homeostasis, which basically is the ability of your body to adjust its internal environment to maintain a state of dynamic constancy like blood pressure, temperature, pulse rate, blood sugars, and others. So we want to know how well your body is adjusting to insulin by keeping glucose down. And insulin is the hormone produced by your pancreas to absorb sugar in your body and convert them to energy. And insulin resistance is the underlying cause of high blood sugar or type 2 diabetes. And so when you test for fasting blood sugar, for example, it measures the sugar in your blood only. And you may get a normal value, say 5.3 millimole or 95 milligram per DL. And the conclusion we'll have is that you don't have blood sugar. But you see, before one ever gets an issue with blood sugar, it starts with insulin resistance. And about 70% of the population have insulin resistance, and yet their blood sugar may be normal because your body is still trying to fight to keep your blood glucose down. So although the fasting blood sugar may show normal, it doesn't mean everything is well until you check for insulin resistance, which is the root cause. So one is the effect and the other is the root cause. So why don't we focus on the cause the more, which is the insulin resistance? Because once we deal with the cause, the effect, which is either the fasting blood sugar, the random blood sugar, or A1C, will be taken care of. So when you have high HOMA-IR, it means you have high insulin resistance, and if you have low HOMA-IR, that also equals low resistance or no resistance at all, which means your cells accept insulin, which is a good thing per the reference we see here. This test gives us the baseline for our blood sugar and a reference for the risk of diabetes for all of us and all the other diseases linked to insulin resistance that are listed for you. Now, the other test that can also equally measure insulin resistance is the Dr./BOZ ratio. With the Dr./BOZ ratio, you prick your finger early in the morning before food or any activity and check your blood glucose level. Then immediately afterwards, you check your blood ketones. Then you pick the big number, that is the glucose reading, and divide by the ketone reading. And the unit is glucose ketone index, that is GKI. If your ratio is less than 40 and at least 12 hours since the last bite of food, you don't have insulin resistance. If your ratio is between 40 and 80, you are likely to have insulin resistance. And if it is 100 and above, then you definitely have insulin resistance. Alright, thanks for watching. So the best test for insulin resistance and blood sugar baseline is called HOMA-IR. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly take a second and like this video and share it with all your social media. And if you have any question, I'll be glad to answer. So leave them in the comment section below. Hey, always remember that God wants you healthy. Your health, your life. And I'll see you in the next video right up here. God bless you.